Hi all, Colin Bushell here, up on the Sunshine Coast today, about an hour and 3/4 or so north of Brisbane. In the distance here you can see Noosa, or hopefully you can see Noosa. It's a glorious day, a little bit breezy, but with the restrictions lifted we can get away for a couple of nights and it's fabulous. But I've taken this opportunity to try and do a little bit of Photoshop trickery with this amazing backdrop, and that's going to be involving my hat. So I'm going to try and create a shot where I am holding my hands up, the hat is in place, but my complete head is missing. And this beautiful view is behind, which some people might say, you know, is a bonus, but I don't like those people. Anyway, the first thing we've got to do is to get the shot in the bag. So let's do that, and then we can go back and have a look at how we can make all the magic happen in Photoshop. Okay, so before we go and take the photograph, there's a couple of things I'm going to add to the shot just to make the image pop finally as well. Because we're shooting into nice blue sky with fluffy clouds, I'm going to use a polarizing filter. So this is a circular polarizing filter, and this will make those blue skies and those white clouds really pop, which will add to that kind of magical effect, if you like. The other thing I'm going to do is to add a flash. Now I'm going to have this quite bright on me, so that even though my face is going to be disappeared, the shirt here and the hat will really pop in that light, and again just add to that slightly surreal look afterwards. Now if you're going to try this sort of thing yourself, you don't need a flash and a polarizer. It's not essential, but it will certainly make that image stand out from the crowd. Okay, let's get set up, get the image in the bag, ready to go. Now, Photoshop works in layers mostly, and so what we're going to do is we're going to create one image out of these two. And I'm going to take this particular image of me, drag it over here, and then drag it back on top of the background. And what you'll see, once I get those lined up, is now on the bottom right you've got layer 1, which is me, and layer 2, which is the background. If I hide the top layer, you'll see the two are now overlaid with one another. Now the only thing that's moved, because the picture was taken on a tripod, is the clouds, but that's not really going to bother us too much. The next thing I would do, and again I repeat, this is as rough as guts, and they would probably use layer masks and all sorts of other things to make this a lot easier. But just to give you an idea what's happening here, I'm going to use an eraser tool, which is this tool here, which is basically like an eraser, and I'm going to rub the top layer out, which is the one with me, and I would keep doing that until such times as all the areas, and I can make that look a bit bigger, all the areas here where my face appears would be removed, and all we'd be left with would be the shirt collar, the hat, and the face would be missing. There's the magic. Now there's one other little thing that I would do here to make this even more realistic. We're just assuming that this area here through my neck is all eventually darkened, and that is that you have to make the collar look like it's continuing around the back of my head, otherwise it's not genuinely a true invisible image. There's another tool over here called the clone tool, which basically if you take an area from another bit of the picture, in this case I'm going to take a piece of my shirt, I'm going to highlight that, and then I can actually use the same image to rebuild, using the same colour and texture of that particular part of the image, my collar into a sort of circle behind the back of the neck. And I would do this with a lot more detail, a lot more time, and you just keep doing that until the collar is reformed completely around the back of the neck. Fill in a little bit of shade at the top here, and then basically the area around the neck and the flesh area here I just make black, because that would be in shadows. And after a lot more time than I'm doing here, you would then have an image which looks like this. So a bit more time and effort to get to that point. I've also vignetted this a little bit here. I've made this brighter in the middle and darker around the outside, but with a little bit of work in this area here, obviously now you're looking at it and picking detail out of it, but the reality is that with a bit of time and effort you can duplicate that back collar, miss this bit in the middle, and you've got the Invisible Man image. Terrific. Enjoy. Okay, well there you go. Bit of fun. Always good to see what's going on at the back of my head. or not, as the case may be. If you've got any ideas or any questions about the process involved there, then as usual, drop me a line, and I'm going to get back to enjoying my weekend away, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. You take care. Bye now.